There are two chances. Just as you said, Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball that you could have scored. At least you could have given, even if you didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this account to say Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about the starting 11. Now we have two starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about two. Let my 2 and 3 come back. Anybody can. Anybody will collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next.
Good afternoon, sports fans here. Welcome to your favorite sports channel. It's the Premier Sports Fan Center. It's another afternoon to accompany you on this journey of our watch-along edition of the game between Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. Is the first the first match for both teams in the just started African Cup of Nations, Ivory Coast 2024. It was supposed to be in 2023, but it was postponed to 2024 due to some technical glitches that had to be fixed. My name is Afolaya Adeyemi. I'll be also today. I'm not alone in the studio. I have my regular suspect. From my far left, Solomon Egwenewe.
Right. Thank you very much. What a day to talk about sport. And this time around is Nigeria versus Equatorial Guinea. And a lot of expectation in this match. And let's see how it unveils itself as it goes.
Yeah, let's see how it unveils itself as we go.
Well, good afternoon, my son. Good afternoon, Solomon. Good afternoon to sport lovers and most importantly, African football lovers. Like we said yesterday, it's Aquaba. Welcome to African football, and it's the game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Equatorial Guinea right there at Ivory Coast. And this big man everybody wants to see is Victor Osimhen, the current African footballer of the year. Now let's see what the Super Eagles has to offer in this game. But it's victory for me, and I expect nothing less than a whitewash victory over the Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah, nothing less than a whitewash victory. There you can hear Shegun say that nothing short of a victory will any Nigerian fan accept today. Say Nigeria will kickstart the game, playing from right to left, while Equatorial Guinea will play from left to right. Is now Nigeria with the ball, playing from the defense. I think Nigeria is playing a 5-4-1 formation.
No, it's more of a 4-3-2-1 formation. 4-2-3-1 formation.
Yeah.
That can actually switch itself into 4-3-3 when the team is progressing on attack. Looking at the midfield is really great. Seeing Alazan as first when he missed out of the wow, very great shot there from Alex. It will be very good to start off this game for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The stadium is looking nice. I'm seeing Alazan in the midfield is actually a great one. We saw what he did with Royal Artwork in the Champions League against Barcelona. He was actually an energetic player. So it's really great to see what he'll be bringing into the Super Eagles. He's one of the 2 debutants for the Super Eagles who will be making that full Super Eagles debut today. Alazan is one, and the goalkeeper Uwabali is another. So it's really great to see what these players are going to offer. I know there's been a lot of noise around the former Super Eagles #1 goalkeeper Francis Uzor. And right now, I think he's having a competition that everybody really wants to see, and that is what the Super Eagles fans really want to see. So let's see what everything they've actually been talking in the camp, every tactics they've been perfecting in the camp. Let's see how they bring that into play in this game against Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah, let's see what they bring to play. Solomon, I know you are an optimist of the Super Eagles. You want your motherland to win today. What are your expectations for this game?
Well, I expect the game to be very tough because though I wish Super Eagles will win, but that the Super Eagles should not underrate the Equatorial Guinea for so many reasons. Because defensively they are very solid. You understand what I'm saying? And throughout 2023 they did not lose any match. Out of 10 matches they won 5 and drew 5. So those are the reasons. And there is one Emilio Nsue that scores in every important match. So if Super Eagles can study those areas that they have their strength, at least they can get the victory. But I don't want Super Eagles to underrate them for any reason. Yeah,
Super Eagles, we can't afford to underrate them for any reason. Is Nigeria in possession of the ball via Seydou Sanusi, who finds he will be forward and plays it into the box to find Kelechi. But hey, Jesus Owono, the #1 goalkeeper of Equatorial Guinea, was there to the task and still came on in that encounter. 3rd minute of the first half, it promises to be explosive, mind-blowing. We've seen intention from both teams in this first 3 minutes. We can see that the 2 teams wants to go head out for it, but Nigeria is looking more like the better side on the day. There's also Everton taking on Aston Villa on our screens. Still 0-0 at the Goodison Park, the home ground of Everton Football Club right there. 4th minute of that one, 0-0. And the referee says there's an infringement right there caused by Seydou Sanusi. Yeah.
But it has really been a great 4 minutes for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and seeing the way they are actually
How can 4 minutes be good?
It has actually been a great 4 minutes for the Super Eagles. It has been, not how it is a great 4 minutes.
For now, for the 4 minutes.
It has actually been a great one for them with the way they've actually grown into this game and trying to lay their own marks in this encounter against Equatorial Guinea, which I think is one of the most important things. And yes, Equatorial Guinea attacking against the Super Eagles.
Equatorial Guinea with that cross into the box. But hey, Stanley says no, I'm here to stay, and he grabs that one easily. And it's a long one towards Victor Osimhen, but the defender of Equatorial Guinea was there to the task, but there was a struggle for the follow-up ball, and Alassane Yusuf was like, hey, I don't really think
that shouldn't have been an infringement because it was 2 of them hustling for the ball. He actually won that. And that is what's in Alassane Yusuf brings to the ball, not just a full runner, because he has long lungs. I love calling players who are full of runs.
Box to box midfielder.
It just reminds me of a player like Kante, what he brings to the Chelsea team, and not just full of running. He's also.
And that's Osimhen with a chance.
No, that was so soft.
And he was too anxious to take that one, and he mailed it way over the bar. Even if you double the goalpost, the ball wouldn't still have gone.
I actually felt like he should have.
Look at it, dropped that.
Have dropped the pass there. There was
a better option. Yeah, Ademola looked into that. And he saw that actually. He had to apologize. So it's going to be a goal kick to Equatorial Guinea at the 5th minute of this encounter. Now, Solomon, looking at how Equatorial Guinea has come into this game, it looks more like they're playing under pressure.
Well, we can't easily sit under pressure like that because sometimes teams used to come with their plan. They want to absorb the pressure in the first 15 minutes. Study the opponent
and now come up with a brilliant way of
and that's
defeating
Nigeria on the attack again. Cross the ball into the box. But that was headed out by the Equatorial Guinea defender. With just Nigeria still in possession of the ball. And that was also blocked from Iwobi's attempt. There's Nigeria back in possession of the ball. With Iwobi running into the box. And it was blocked right there. But it says play on that one. And that's still Nigeria in possession of the ball via Alassane, who finds Olaine on the right hand side of the, and he crosses into the box. And Osimhen that was a good chance. That was easily saved. That was not so easily saved by Jesus Owono, the Equatorial Guinea defender, goalkeeper right there. And I think
that would have been an offside.
That would have been an offside.
But you have to look at the hunger on the face of the boys.
And the flag was.
This is how you expect the Super Eagles to come into the game. Come into the game, put your opponents under pressure, put the fear on your opponent's face, and you can see that in the way the Equatorial Guinea are actually scared of the Super Eagles. You can see how many turnovers they've dropped into the hands of the Nigerian up front here. We've not really seen them attack against the Super Eagles, and I expect the Super Eagles should actually turn dominance into goals in this encounter, because it reminds me of the game against Lesotho. This was how we dominate the game for 90 minutes, but fortunately we had to play a 1-1 draw against Lesotho that day.
Yeah, that's Ademola Lookman on the attack right there, and I think that should be a foul. Shagun will come back to that. And Equatorial Guinea just lost possession again to the Super Eagles, and is Nigeria attacking from right to left, and it seems like like Yoruba will say, Posere, Nimosco, Posere, the Nigerian Super Eagles player are not playing at all. They are trying to show that we are here to win this game. We hope that they won't collapse later on in the game like a pack of cards. So it's Nigeria playing from right to left, finding Ademola Lookman right there, who sends it back to Olaine, who takes it and who will pass it to. It turns around again, the Nottingham Forest defender right there, who plays a quick pass to Ademola Lookman right there, but it was easily dispossessed by Equatorial Guinea, leaving Equatorial Guinea to counter-attack, and that's a long pass forward right there with the Nigerian centre-back, William Chusekon, chasing him down right there, and it's going to be a goal kick to the Super Eagles. Now back to your thoughts right there.
It's really great seeing Chusekon back in the Super Eagles starting 11. He has been having a good time right there in the Greek league. Since leaving the what's it called, Watford. Udinese at a point, now finds himself in the Greek league. And at a point, he lost his starting 11 shirt in the Super Eagles to Calvin Bassey, who is on the bench today. So it's really good having two proper central backs playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Calvin Bassey is not really a central back; he's more of a left back. But he was he has actually been inverted into the center.
Even in Fulham,
he has been inverted into playing as a central back. But it's always great having Chusekon to bring in that experience that he has. This is not his first Nations Cup, and when you look at the Super Eagles team, we have a lot of players who are playing or who are debuting in their first AFCON. So it shouldn't be like we are having about 6 to 7 players who are inexperienced of what it takes to play on the African continent or during the African competition. But having Chusekon is actually a plus.
And look at it, that was a very, very harsh stumble on the Equatorial Guinea player.
That's what the African football is all about. It is
on the shoulder.
And you have to come into the game with physicality, and this is one of the things that happens when you play on the African soil.
And while the player is receiving treatment, referee says, play on. In life, we just have to move on. Even if it's not in your favor, you just have to play on. One of the slogan of the game. It's Nigeria playing now. It's Semi Ajayi who finds Seidu Zanusi Zaidu and tries to locate Alex Iwobi, who tries to find Osimhen, who was dispossessed. Back to the midfield, Alassane. He turns it back to Olaine, and Olaine finds that right back right there, Moses Simon right there, who plays it forward, and he crosses into the box. And how did he miss that? Zaidu Sanusi couldn't get that touch on target from close to the box 6 in the box. And wow, that's a terrible.
I think that was overconfidence. It was overconfidence that actually let him down.
It was too flat.
Yeah, it was too flat-footed, and he actually believed that was going to the back of the net. And it was just he had everything, just that touch, in front of just put that in the back of the net. And you can see the ginger from Victor Osimhen. That is what we've missed in the Super Eagles of late. That is the ginger he brings into play for the boys, and the energy, and how he coordinates the front line. And
that's a drop header for the Equatorial Guinea player trying to attack in the Super Eagles final third. He plays it in, but Truzakon was there to do the clearance header with Moses Simon trying to attack with the ball right now. He sends it forward, and I think that's Ademola Lookman right there running with the ball, and he crosses into the box, but that was too much weight on that ball, leaving Iwobi to chase, Ademola Lookman to chase, but Iwobi tries to take the ball back, but it's the Equatorial Guinea player who took it right there, and let's see. Oh, that will be a throw into Equatorial Guinea. And the Gaffer, we used to hear that Nigeria is a tournament team. Do you see Nigeria going into this competition?
Nigeria is a tournament team, and when you talk about the AFCON, I think they are one of those teams that has won the highest number of medals we combined together. So they have a way of growing into it, and they have not, except for the first appearance in the Nations Cup in 1963, that Nigeria did not qualify from the group stage. But every other AFCON, they've qualified from the group stage. It is either in the quarterfinal, the semi-final. So that the money goes. So they definitely will go.
You look at the Super Eagles, you have to accept that they are more of a competition team or a tournament team. It's always the different ball game where they're playing qualifiers or friendly matches. And if you go straight to the last Nations Cup, you see us qualifying with 9 points from the group stage. Though we actually go flatted when we got to the
where the banter came through, that you can stop your class and not still make it alive.
But when it comes to group stage and first game, you've seen the way the Super Eagles have actually approached this game. They've really approached it with this kind of sense of urgency, which is what you really need from a team that knows what is at stake. I'm really putting my money on the Super Eagles to actually go far in this competition.
Yeah, Shagun is putting on his money on the Super Eagles to go far. And you can drop your comments on our live chat. Let us communicate and enjoy this game together. Tell us your view, your opinion, what's on your mind this afternoon. Let's hear it and let's talk together. It's a conversation, it's a gisting platform. We are here for you as much as you are here to be entertained by us. Right there, Solomon Joseph on the platform says that go Super Eagles, go. Right now, we hope Super Eagles can go because there's a free kick for Super Eagles at around maybe 30-35 meters out. I think this will be a pull-out into the box. It was a foul on Seydou Sanusi right there. And let's see if the Super Eagles can draw the first blood from this one. Seydou Sanusi stands behind it. What can he do with the ball? Can he swing it like David Beckham? Can he do a very fantastic job like Lionel Messi will do? He plays it into the box, and that's a free header, knocks it back into the box, but was headed out, and the follow-up shot was like a clearance, but and that was Alassane Yusuf. Yeah, Alassane Yusuf right there.
Good in play right there from Zaidu. And that is what you're saying. I expect the Super Eagles to actually play more like the Liverpool team, because when you look at the Liverpool attackers, the wingers are not the players who actually are good with those long crosses into the box. But when you're looking at the fullbacks at our disposal right now, Seydou Sanusi is actually a very good crosser of the ball. Lionel is a good crosser of the ball. You have a Bright Osai who is also good with crossing the ball, and we have a Bruno Oyemiachi who is also good when it comes to crossing the ball, and that is advantage to players like Osimhen and the tall man on the bench. I'm talking about Paul Onuachu. When the things goes hard for the Super Eagles,
they can actually
switch into playing a lot of long crosses into the box. Right? I really love the way the first 40 minutes of this game has actually turned out. It has really been a total dominance for the Super Eagles. The only thing we are waiting for right now is the goals to start coming in.
Yeah, we're actually waiting for the goals to start coming in right there. Is Equatorial Guinea in possession of... Okay, they just lost possession to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Seydou Sanusi with that throw-in. He sends a long one forward for Iwobi to chase, but that centre-back, that guy, centre-back for the Equatorial Guineans had that one out. I think Esteban Obianga had to head that one out to safety. 15th minute of that game, still Nigeria nil, Equatorial Guinea nil. It's still Seydou Sanusi who drops that throwing very fast for his teammate who returns it back to him, and he plays it back, and is now a one-touch from defense to attack with Shemi Ajayi with the ball. He sends a long one into, but there was no one to get to that. It's going to be a goal kick to Equatorial Guinea. Yeah, that was true. Too much weight on that.
Too much weight on that pass, and there was no way Ademola Lookman was going to get into that. So, but really, really great one for the Super Eagles. And you can see the Equatorial Guinea coach. even himself, he knows that he knows what he's actually facing up against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Really great first 15 minutes, but let's just get the goals. That's what really matters most right now. It's not really about
and that's Equatorial Guinea attacking on the back end with a one-on-one situation, and the referee says play on. Okay, that's an offside actually. There was an offside in the middle.
And have to be careful because when you're not taking your chances and your opponent are seeing one or two clear-cut chances, and you never know they'll just score that goal. I remember the game against Guinea Conakry that we lost 2-0 in the friendly match. After the game, when I saw the highlight, it was the Super Eagles who played more better than the Guineans, but unfortunately, you lost to two clear-cut chances for the Guineans. Yeah. That is what happens when you don't take your chances. So I respect the Super Eagles to actually turn this dominance into early goals in this game.
And another thing again about that match, Nigeria against Guinea, Pesero played an unfamiliar tactics, 3-4-3. Nigeria is not used to 3 defenders. That was one of the tactics he used. Probably was experimenting to see how Nigerian can feed when it comes to that kind of tactics.
Yeah. So it was experimenting, and you expect to experiment.
Of course.
The match is right there. Yeah. So 17th minute of that encounter, still Nigeria nil, Equatorial Guinea nil. Stanley Nwabali who takes a long one forward, and his aim should be Victor Osimhen, who contests, but the defender, that centre back of Equatorial Guinea has not let him rest a little bit in this encounter. And it's Ademola Lookman who finds Seydou Sanusi, who sends it forward, I think, towards William Chus Ekong right there. And that one is straight to Ola Aina, who finds Iwobi with a 6-1 touch, but was dispossessed to leave Equatorial Guinea on a counter. Now let's see what can they do with this counter. But it was easily dispossessed by Yusuf right there. Alassane, it looks like the replacement Alassane that came through for Ndidi is beginning to show signs of promise.
Yeah, it's just signs of promises because before even before the Nations Cup, after the 40-man list, we expected we could see it in the Nigerian media space where people were talking about Alassane not being in the squad as one of the players who we expect to actually make it. And right now, coming out of coming in to replace a big player like Wilfred Ndidi and going straight into the starting 11 shows that talent and that is in that young man. Not just about full of running. He is also another skillful player in the midfield for Super Eagles.
So he's a skillful player right there. It's Equatorial Guinea back in possession of the ball. And what can they do? They are trying to build up from defense, but the Super Eagles is not giving them any chance at all. And that's a follow-up loose ball. But that defender was fast enough to do the proper clearance and to allay any fears of danger. And too many misplaced passes from the Equatorial Guineans, and I think it might be proven too costly for the I think the Africans right there, and the Equatorial Guinea right there, not still showing signs of promise that they can do something spectacular in this game. Currently, Aston Villa drew the first blood against Everton, but VAR is currently checking that if that will be an offside or maybe foul in the build-up to the goal. So let's see if VAR will chop off that goal. It's Everton at home at the Goodison Park against Aston Villa, checking possible offside on that goal. So let's see what VAR will come up with in that one. That's the Premier League. Now back to the African Cup of Nations. Is Nigeria back in possession of that ball right there? Finding his teammate is straight to Olaino. Olaino tried to send one forward. I think aiming at Osimhen right there. Who do you think it was aiming at that?
Solomon. He was actually aiming at Osimhen, but the pass was not accurate enough to get to Osimhen, and it was still far.
And his Equatorial Guinea attacking right there. Plays that one, but that shot was well blocked by Shemi Ajayi, the Fulham. I think the West Brom centre back.
Yes, West Brom, sorry.
And it's Equatorial Guinea still attacking with the ball, sends that long one, but hey, the pass was intercepted by William Chus Ekong right there. Seydou Sanusi is now in possession of the ball right there. Let's see, tries to slow down the pace of the game. It seems tension are beginning to rise in that field right there in Côte d'Ivoire. So is Nigeria trying to build up right there? And Olaino finds Osimhen, and I think that, and that's Osimhen I think the offside, and that's a shot, but was well saved, but it's an offside. Yeah,
That's an offside.
And
that's
I
an
think
offside.
Equatorial Guinea needs to be careful with the runnings of Victor Osimhen. This is the second time he's having that that run around the centre backs of what's it called, Equatorial Guinea. And even though Victor Osimhen very at what's it called, at his club with Napoli, he knows how to run through those channels. And if care is not taken, they will lose one of these runs to Victor Osimhen if they are not careful with how much they try to play offside through the offside trap
Yeah.
with him in this game. So they need to be very much careful with how much they allow spaces for Victor Osimhen there.
Yeah, the correction has been made. VAR said it's an offside in the game between Everton and Aston Villa, the Premier League match right there. So it's back to stalemate. Everton 0, Aston Villa 0 in that encounter. Let me go to Solomon. Was that decision spot on for you?
Of course, it was offside. It was a very close one. It was just the foot of the Aston Villa striker that actually came out. So the referee is very correct with that.
Shagun,
Yeah, that was
that
actually a correct decision right there from the referee.
So that's the correct one. It's Equatorial Guinea trying to turn defense into attack, and it's now on the right hand side of the attack for Equatorial Guinea with a cross into the box. But hey, that Equatorial Guinea player couldn't connect to that, and is going to go straight for a goal kick to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The number 10 of Equatorial Guinea right there couldn't get enough with. His name is Emilio Nsue. Couldn't get the desired touch on that ball to locate his player right there. So Super Eagles has a goal kick to restart the game. 23rd minute of that encounter finds Stanley Nwabali, who goes back and plays a long one forward to Osimhen, who finally gets on the header after the defender right there has not allowed him win any area duels. But he won this one, and it's going to be thrown to Super Eagles because it was deflected off for a throw-in to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So a quick one online right there sends it back to William Trusecon, the standing captain for the Super Eagles on field today. We know that the captain of the Super Eagles is Ahmed Musa, that plays for Sivasspor in Turkey. So Trusecon is the captain on the field right there. And that's a good chance for Nigeria with Alassane Yusuf, who finds Moses Simon. Simon drops it down for Alassane Yusuf again. What can he do? He just to cut back and finds Iwobi was easily dispossessed right there. And leaving Equatorial Guinea to counter. That's a long pass forward right there to, I think, Unsue right there, who was easily marked out. And he stands up and tries to play that one into the box. And that's going to be a corner kick to Equatorial Guinea in that encounter. Look at how he threw his body in the wind. Yeah, I think that's going to be a corner kick right there. Look at he had the better of Shemi Ajayi right there. And look at it.
Okay, so
and Shemi Ajayi was very close to getting injured right there.
Well, that's just the game of football. Just the injuries are always part of it. But let's just hope those players are going to get through the 90 minutes of this game without getting injured, because this is one of the Shemi Ajayi has actually shown himself or turned himself into one of the most important players in the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So it's really going to be a big mess, and I think he needs to be very much careful with the way he's sending himself into tackles, because this is an African field. It's different from the kind of field he's used to in England. Sorry.
Yeah.
So he needs to be very much careful with how he throws himself into tackles.
Yeah, he plays that one in the Equatorial Guinea player into the box, and still Equatorial Guinea possession of the ball, and he plays that shot. But hey, the shot went way off target. It was just like Stanley was just there to stand in between the poster. That shot, there was an intention, but he couldn't get enough curve on that shot right there. So it's going to be a goal kick to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And he plays a long one forward to Moses Simon right there, who tries to turn. And it looks more like he lost possession of that ball right there. So it's Equatorial Guinea that is going to restart the game via the throw-in at the 26th minute of that encounter with their number 11 right there, Basilio Undong right there, and sends it back to the center back, Esteban Obiang right there, who finds his goalkeeper, and his goalkeeper finds his teammate on the left-hand side of the defense, who sends long one. I think misplaced passes everywhere. What do you think Equatorial Guinea should be doing right now, Solomon?
Yeah, of course. They need to look at. If you look at the defense of the Super Eagles, there are a lot of openings. You understand what I'm saying? There are a lot of openings, and they just need to do these link-up passes to get a goal.
And that's the first yellow card in that game, going to Fede, the number 4. That's Federico Bicoro. That was a hashtag one Ademola Lookman.
He already turned his way.
Yeah, he already turned.
You know, he missed it with the first leg, and made sure he won't miss it with the second leg. And finally got it. But talking about Equatorial Guinea coming into this game, I think where they found it hard has been the midfield. The midfield of the Eagles has actually been a formidable one. You're looking at Alazan and Oyenka in the pivot role for the Super Eagles, and two of them have actually been strong in this encounter, which has really caught the influence of the Equatorial Guinea, getting from middle to the attack, or getting the ball straight into the attack in this game. I think that is where they need to find out a real opening. They need to find a real opening in that Super Eagles midfield. On the first 27 minutes of this game is still 0-0, so you still have to give it to Equatorial Guinea, even though the Super Eagles have seen some not fully or not really clear-cut chances in this encounter. But Equatorial Guinea have kept themselves also composed in this game to make sure that they've not conceded any goal, or they've not be subdued to the pressure from the Super Eagles in this game.
Yeah, this matchup is being played at the Stade Olympique Alassane Ouattara Stadium in Abidjan, right there in Côte d'Ivoire. It's a cooling break because it's extreme weather right here in Africa.
It's actually hot. It's a hot afternoon right there. You can see the stadium is next to empty, because it's actually very hot, and having the fans at 3 p.m. right here in Africa seated right there in the stadium, it can really be extremely hot. And I really feel for the players, running about for 90 minutes in this kind of harsh weather. It's not really, but that's it's not really the best of situations.
Yeah, that's what they signed for right there. Either in the rain, the sun, even the snow, the game has to go on right there. So it's the cooling break in that encounter, straight to Everton, Aston Villa, with Aston Villa trying to turn their defense into attack. But Everton player right there defended that to Dakore, who sent the pass back to the opponent and leaving them to be under another pressure right there. And he crossed that one into the box, but was well blocked off. And it's going to be a throw into Aston Villa. Now the game has restarted at the 29th minute of that encounter. Nigeria playing against Equatorial Guinea in Abidjan right there in Côte d'Ivoire. The long ball straight to Olaino right there. We cross into the box for Osimhen to nod.
That he couldn't connect to.
But he couldn't connect to that. And what was it?
Protesting. I think probably was protesting. Maybe there was a push there, and that was actually a good pinpoint cross there from Olaino. And that was what I was saying about the fullbacks we have. Look at that cross. He found it was near perfect to the head of Victor Osimhen, but he couldn't just connect that header to the face of goal. And the prayer of all Nigerians and all Nigerian football lovers is just that Victor Osimhen should stay fit to the end of this competition, because he's our biggest chance, or our biggest risk up front of getting a goal in this competition. Look at how much he has grown into this game. But it's really great seeing the Super Eagles, creating chances.
And that's a long cross into the box by Equatorial Guinea right there. But hey, there were too many bodies for the players to. It looks more like Equatorial Guinea are playing 7-8 men behind the ball.
Yeah, they have to defend with lot of numbers. You're seeing the Super Eagles who are throwing everything at attacking against them. Should they reduce some more man and try to attack against the Super Eagles, they'll be faced with a lot of counters. And you look at the wing of the Super Eagles, you have Moses Simon, who's always full of running, another tricky player. You have Ademola Lookman, is another tricky player with the ball at the split, and he's always full of running also. So they know how dangerous the attack of the Super Eagles can be when they're being hit on the counter. So that is why they have to defend very much. Taking this first half at 0-0 is actually going to be a good result, or a fair result for Equatorial Guinea in this game. So why not just keep and try to defend as much as possible, play a low block game against the Super Eagles? Because when you look at the midfield, I think Alex Iwobi has really not grown into this game in that attacking midfield role, where he's expected to play. He's expected to actually be the link between the midfield and the attack of the Super Eagles. But he hasn't grown into this game that really much. That is why we've not really seen those kind of pocket passes find its way through the this hard rock that Equatorial Guinea has built at the back of their line.
Yeah, at the back of their line is Equatorial Guinea with that free kick right there, who sends it back and trying to turn defense into attack. While Shogun was giving his thought right there, Solomon, you saw that tackle on Alassane. Don't you think it's time for the referee to start spending the cards?
Of course, it's time. It's time for the referee to start dishing out the cards, most especially to those who really deserve it. You know, that's a deserving yellow card. And of course, the referee.
And he waved it.
Okay, he didn't give that. He waved it. He didn't give it. I think it's a carded offense, but well, the referee probably from
just
his own
gave him
angle,
a warning.
From what he saw from the angle was probably not what we saw. And I just hope that I think there is VAR in the AFCON.
But VAR won't check yellow cards.
Oh yeah, of course. But there are some dangerous attacks that VAR
tackles.
Tackles that the VAR should check. And those are the kind of tackles. You know, probably the view was not clear for the referee. That was why I didn't issue that.
And that's a long pass for Seaman to chase right there. But hey, what's the referee saying?
It's advantage Super Eagles. I think it should be a throw into the Super Eagles. That was actually a good chase right there from Victor.
And that's throwing into Super Eagles. And you can see, one thing I like about Osimhen is his attitude towards the game. He already took the ball and wanted to throw the ball. They say they had to run.
He just have to start the game. Look, they are looking for that first goal at the 31st minute. So just have to increase the pace of the game and increase the tempo of the game almost immediately. Taking this throw in, you can see how much Seidu has actually.
And Seidu sends a long one into the box. And the first header right there, but the keeper comes and punches it out to outside the box right there, and that was good save from the goalkeeper right there to reduce the pressure. And that's it's I think Seidu back in possession of the ball and straight to Alassane, who finds Shemi Alex Iwobi right there. Alex Iwobi, who finds Moses Simon. Moses Simon tries to be trickery with the player right there, but cuts it back. Crossed into the box, but was deflected for a throw-in to the Super Eagles after the Equatorial Guinea's final third. So it's the Super Eagles trying to attack with the ball right now. 33rd minute in that encounter. So it's going to be thrown to Super Eagles. Nigeria nil, Equatorial Guinea nil. Now, at what point will the gaffer, do you think the pressure will start coming upon the Super Eagles that this is a must-win match?
Of course, if they play like this and without a goal, in the second half, in the 70th minute, I think they will begin to realize.
And that's a cross into the box. But hey, there was nobody to get enough touch on that one. It was well blocked by that Equatorial Guinea player right there in the defense.
That was actually a good pass from Lukman. I think that was Semi Ajayi.
But that was a beautiful defender.
He wasn't really expecting that to actually find his way through the legs of that Equatorial Guinea defenders. Yeah. I think looking at the front trio for the Super Eagles, the front attack trio for the Super Eagles, talking about Ademola Lookman, Iwobi, and Moses Simon. They need to be very much flexible in this game. Try to rotate those.
And there's a long pass, but Stanley Nwabali was there to allay any fears. From that attack, and that's a long pass forward.
That's too much.
But hey, that goalkeeper of Equatorial Guinea was there, and he says he's equal to the task. Jesus Owonu right there, and he saves that one easily. That pass finds him again. Let's see what can he do with the ball, and sends a long one forward. Said no room for playing here. We are not playing. Zaidu Sanusi head that one back. And he's not beginning to be a police boy counter now in this fixture. But the referee says there's an infringement against Federico Eboro, who is already on a yellow card. And Alassane frustrating everything he has come to on the field of play.
He has actually been a likeness star in this encounter for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Every tackle he has gone into has really been a successful one for him, which is actually good for the midfield battle for the Super Eagles. He has been doing the dirty work. All I just need is Frank Onyeka should actually go into this game. I think if there'll be a first substitution in that midfield, it has to be Frank Onyeka being withdrawn for Raphael Onyeka in the not Onyeka, I've forgotten that his name. Oyemichi. Yeah, Raphael Oyemichi should be the one coming in because he has those passes in his feet. And you can see the number of over kick passes we've seen from Frank Onyeka in this encounter, which is actually not really good for the midfield of the Super Eagles because he's from the deep line position where he's playing. But he should be able to connect all those passes.
Onyeka is more of like a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, he's a defensive
just the
midfielder.
marking.
He's-
We saw what he used to do for Brentford.
But
Yeah.
yeah, on the speech today, we've seen Sanusi being the one doing Sanusi Yusuf, doing much of the marking and
yeah.
doing the dirty work in the midfield. So he needs another pivot role with him that can actually make the work easier for him. Not about just defending. You can't have two pivot players who are defending at the same time. Who is going to spring those passes from deep?
And that's a good one too for Equatorial Guinea. But the run was not
look
by
at that.
Iwobi, who left the ball as if he was unaware. And that Equatorial Guinea drops the ball into the box.
And that's a goal.
And that's a goal.
Against run of play.
Equatorial Guinea
What
just
was Iwobi doing?
scored the goal against the run of play. It was as if Iwobi forgot that he was on the field of
I don't
play.
really understand. I don't really understand what Iwobi was doing there. And that was what I was saying. Against run of play, you concede a goal. It's not really about you dominating play.
Yeah.
I would say the Super Eagles dominated play, and when it matters most, Iwobi just left that around the box. You don't play around there.
How irresponsible would that have been, Solomon?
Of course, we saw it. We saw how he lost, ball so cheaply in close to the 18 box of the Equatorial Guineas, and now he came back to the defense. And
look at that! Look at this. He got the ball back, and the follow-up touch. The two of them were looking at him, and that drop pass. There was nothing Stanley could do.
Yeah, there's nothing the goalkeeper could do about that. I don't think the goalkeeper was at fault. And you have about 30 Super Eagles players, congested in a position, and you open up the other side of the center defense. Look at that. Where were the Super Eagles player in the box? And that was actually a good goal for the the Equatorial Guinea. Yeah. This is going to spur the Super Eagles up. And you can see the annoyance from Zaidu Sanusi there, who just had to show his annoyance to other players that why should you let that happen? Against the run of play, you've dominated play for 31 minutes, and you consider a goal in the 31st minute, which is really bad. I just hope it will end like the game between Chelsea and Middlesbrough the other day. Because that was how it looks like, dominating play.
And it's Super Eagles on the attack right there. By Lukman, who crosses into the box.
What a response!
What a response! My goodness! Maybe Olugbodi just said, can anything good come out from Nigeria? They can't come out from the group stage. And the same Osimhen that he mentioned, we know he used to predict opposite.
This was how you have done. You have read that, can anything good come out of Nigeria? And the good thing out of Nigeria we've seen today has been Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
If only his Arsenal striker can be doing what's it called? His Arsenal striker Gabriel Jesus can be doing what Victor Osimhen has done here today. Arsenal will be in the fourth position. He's always quick to criticize every other team.
Yeah. Let's talk
about this goal.
Yeah.
Good cross there from Ademola Lookman to find his Italian-based compatriot Victor Osimhen. That was an perfect pass onto the head of Victor Osimhen. Like I said earlier on, if the balls can't come through the floor, why not just make use of the air? Yeah. We have players who are good with on the air, and that is just what we've seen from Victor Osimhen. Great goal for the Super Eagles. What a way to come back after conceding that unexpected goal from Equatorial Guinea. I just hope the defense are going to get it proper right now for the remainder of this game.
And your thoughts are there. So
I wanted to talk about the goalkeeper during the press conference. The goalkeeper said Osimhen cannot score him, that he's going to block him, make sure that Osimhen does not score a goal. But I think this is the best way to respond. Yeah. And this is the best way to answer. You don't need to talk.
Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap.
Yeah, action speaks louder than words right there. So it's Equatorial Guinea trying to attack with the ball. And he finds his teammate in the midfield, who is not calm, thought they took the lead, but hey, Nigeria is back in that action. And he sends it forward towards that player right there. And he touched against the Nigerian defender. I think that was Seydou Sanusi who blocked that one off. It looks more like Seydou Sanusi has been in this game than online, Shegun.
Yeah, Seydou has actually been in this game because I think that's when has been the win. The Super Eagles has really made use or utilized mostly in this encounter. We've seen Ademola look more up front on the shoulder of Seydou Sanusi, also getting much of the ball than the left hand side of the defense of the Super Eagles, and that is one of the reasons why I was saying left side. That's one of the reasons why I'm saying that that midfield trio up front of Alex Iwobi, Ademola Lookman and Moses Simon should actually rotate.
And that's a cross into the box. and the Equatorial Guinean player couldn't get enough weight on that header. And I think that would be a corner kick in favor of Equatorial Guinea. Or is it a goal kick?
It looks like it's a goal kick. It's a goal kick.
It should be a goal kick.
It should be a goal kick.
Let's see.
So now talking about rotation, you're looking at Moses Simon, who is playing out of position on that far left side, or far right, left, yes, it's left, far left side of the wing for the Super Eagles, which is not actually his regular position. He needs to find himself into where Ademola Lookman is playing, so where he can utilize himself and be more threatful up to the attackers. It's not really about you standing up, you marrying that position. You can always switch and rotate amongst yourself. We've seen it happen with teams in Europe. Why can't we just utilize that and see what can happen with it?
Yeah, let's see what can happen to it. You can hear Shegun Stud right there. That's the more reason why I call him the F1 Terrib in analysis. Because when you listen to him, and sometimes you can actually stake your money on some of his analysis for predictions. And there's always a disclaimer on it right there. And there's a long one forward.
Oh, defensive.
And a line right there. Looking lost. My goodness, but
I think that was miscommunication.
Yeah, that was miscommunication.
There. I think they should be communicating better there because two of them were very close to the ball there. Let's just see. Oh, that was a technical foul there. Because it was a technical one there. It was a penalty, but it was a technical one.
You see, the message is Super Eagles defense is actually showing. It's actually showing that they are not composed. They are not.
They're actually composed.
Composed. If you look at the first goal, there was this communication gap. That's what I'm saying. The communication gap is not there. Yeah. That was the cause of the first goal.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And now you see they almost lost it again. So if they continue, a lot of people will be studying them. It's just throw the ball and get them confused.
The first goal, I won't say is a communication issue in that defense because it was actually Alex Iwobi who let that ball off his feet there. The players were very sure that Alex Iwobi was going to turn over that ball.
They
have actually taken their mind off defending or just at that moment. Yeah. Alex Iwobi was one at fault for that goal.
He was at fault, but there was no communication between him and the other player. He was hoping that the other player. There was no communication because he was relaxed and expecting the other player to relax.
The ball was coming to his feet. Let's go back to check that goal. The ball was coming back to Alex Iwobi's feet.
So it's always interesting where you have Solomon and Shegun, the two S squared in the ball in the studio right there, and it creates a very sweet angle for the conversation to thrive on. So is the 43rd minute of that encounter. The Super Eagles just lost the ball trying to attack with it, and that was a harsh tackle by Alassane there. He has to be careful because he's, I think, one of the best players of Nigeria on this field right there in this first half. Nigeria can't afford to lose him. So it's Iwobi who's back in possession of the ball. But hey, the referee says there was an infringement by William Trusekonga, the standing captain on the field for the Super Eagles. Right there. And let's see if his impact will be felt in a good way. And that's Everton with a big chance, 1-1 right there.
Hey! What a big save
and Martinez does what he knows to do best to save Aston Villa.
Not the first time we've seen saving 1-1. We saw that.
And that's a follow-up shot. Same thing again. Oh my goodness. That's the 0-0. Everton, Aston Villa.
No, not the first time we're seeing saving this type of 1-1. We saw that composure when Kalomani was left 1-1.
In the World Cup
final. 9 minutes of the World Cup final. Extra time 9 minutes. And the composure was what helped him in saving that. And see the composure.
And follow up interview after. It was just saying, this ball just touched me. Just touched my body.
No, the composure was actually there. On a good day, another goalkeeper would have rushed out. 5 minutes, 120 plus minutes. Another goalkeeper would have rushed out to try and do everything possible to bring down Kolomani there. But was composed enough to stand foot on his ground and wait for whatever Kolomani is going to do there. And that actually caused a kind of confusion on the head of Kolomani because he was also expecting the goalkeeper to come all out to charge him there. So good composure from Martinez right there.
And this is what we want
news,
sir. Osimhen.
It's not news. It should be. Wow. No, I think that is not.
The way he turned right there.
Apart from the way he landed. The way he landed his right foot.
We just hope that Osimhen can continue in this game. It's goal kick to Nigeria. 45th minute of that encounter. Still Nigeria 1, Equatorial Guinea 1. 2 goals in 2 minutes. As seen as witness 2 beautiful goals in this encounter. Will this one be more than the 2 goals we saw in the game between Ivory Coast and Guinea-Bissau? Oh my goodness. We'll see. It's still left to be seen. But Osimhen looks fit as a fiddle, chasing everything that looks like the ball on the field of play. And that's the way to go for the African Footballer of the Year right there. Deservedly so, Victor Osimhen, who grew up on the streets of Lagos, rising to stardom. We are going to see 4 minutes additional time in that encounter between Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. It's towards the dying embers of this game. 46th minute, approaching 46th minute of this game. And let's see, will there still be someone who will actually do something special that will bring the team ahead in this encounter. The Super Eagles back in possession of the ball. Who finds Olaina back? Olaina finds Alassane right there. Who gives it back to Shemi Ajayi? Shemi Ajayi straight to Zaidu Sanusi. The Zaidu of the Zaidu Sanusi. Straight to Ademola Lookman, who tries to play 1-2 off Iwobi, who looks off in this game.
Wow,
and that was good defensive work from Shemi Ajayi. I think Oyeka right there. And that cross to the other side. There was no player right there, but it was Nigerian player, Moses Simon, who came back and attended to that right there. So Alassane straight finds Iwobi. Iwobi finds Moses Simon right there. And let's see what can they do. Oh, no, that's Olaina. Olaina with a 1-2 touch from Moses Simon. It looks more like Nigeria now, looks more relaxed, even when they've not taken the lead.
Yeah, they're more relaxed because they're actually playing the better of these two teams. It's just about them getting the goals and not conceding goals. And I think we've been seeing more of Alex Iwobi, going deeper to find that ball. And that was almost the same thing I was complaining about Frank Oyeka not working those passes.
That's Nigeria leading, and Iwobi straight to Osimhen. Osimhen drops it for Moses Simon, who plays that shot, and then it goes off. The bar, the goalkeeper saved that. It was saved by the goalkeeper right there. That was a good chance for the Super Eagles. That shot from Moses Simon right there from the right-hand side of the attack right there with a good drop pass from Victor Osimhen. Plays that shot, but it was pushed to the crossbar by the goalkeeper.
That was just the back of the net.
Oh my goodness, that was a good attempt.
That was a close one.
Yeah,
if the goalkeeper hadn't got into the down as fast or as early as possible, that would have gone into the back of the net. Good shot there from Moses Simon. And let's see what the Super Eagles will make out of this corner.
And he plays the corner into the box, and the goalkeeper grabs that one easily. And it's going to be Equatorial Guinea that has possession of the ball right now. With the goalkeeper telling them, go forward. We are not starting this one from the back. Go forward. And it's game on in that encounter as Ensusa plays that one long forward. But hey, that was a diving header from the Super Eagles player right there. William Truzekon is standing in captain for today. And it's going to be a throw-in to the Equatorial Guineans in the 49th minute, I think last minute of additional time in this game already. Anytime from now, the referee will bring the game to an halftime break right there. So the throw-in came up, but it has been sent out for another throw-in right there, and it was taken really fast. And the referee says enough is enough in this first half. Action goes on a pause. In the next 15 minutes or thereabout, the second half will begin. Shagun, exciting first half.
Exciting first half. Of course, for the first 30 minutes, we saw the Super Eagles dominating play against Equatorial Guinea. But after that goal scored by Equatorial Guinea and after the equalizer from the Super Eagles, we saw a game that looked like an end-to-end stuff. Equatorial Guinea also coming out against the Super Eagles to try and create 1 or 2 touches or have that new form of belief after scoring that goal, which is great for them. Good one from the Super Eagles in the first half, though not a clinical performance from them, because we saw a lot of loose ball. That's all they do. A team that is very sure or wants to win a competition should be scoring. It was the first game, and we can see the passion and the hunger from the boys in this encounter. Nobody can take that away from them. They actually went into this game and they want to take the victory. it's just luck that hasn't been on their side in this encounter. Let's just hope for the second half that we're going to see a more beautiful or interesting performance from the Super Eagles.
Yeah, Solomon.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts from this first half so far? It looks more like you're not looking as if you have been impressed by the Super Eagles.
Of course, I'm not all that impressed, but the second half, this is just the starting of the match. This is the first leg. And I expect them to beat Equatorial Guinea with a clean sheet, But with what they've played so far, their positioning to me is one thing that I so admire. Their positioning and the inclusion of Alassane Yusuf actually beefs the midfield.
Yeah.
Because coming to this AFCON, we were all worried about the midfield. You understand? After we lost Ndidi, we were all worried that who will replace. But with what I'm seeing now with the inclusion of Alassane, in fact, he has covered a lot of meters. If you ask me in that field, and he has actually brought balance to the midfield, and he has given the Super Eagle the opportunity to dominate in the midfield because he's so flexible. He has the space, and somehow he has a way of tackling, every move that they want to start initiating from the back line. I rate him for that. And another thing again, I'm so worried about. I still worried about our last line, our back line. I still worry about it because if they get a sharp team that have sharp strikers, sharp forward, with this one touch, they will score a lot. They will score the Super Eagles. They will score them more than 3 goals. But they are so relaxed. And Equatorial Guinea, where I don't want to count them as one of those teams that have sharp strikers, sharp move. But we see what they did. They actually did well. But if they get a sharp, the Super Eagles will concede a lot of goals. So I'm worried about that aspect also. With the forward, I don't have much issues. It's just the accuracy. And another thing again, I want to complain, Iwobi has not been in this game. You understand what I'm saying? Iwobi has not been in this game. So he needs to up his game. Otherwise, young boys will come and take over from you.
Yeah, Shegun, do you share any sentiment?
I think I will not really share in one that has to be Alex Iwobi. Apart from that mistake, and seeing Alex Iwobi playing as a 10 for the Super Eagles, I think one thing I've really learned to understand from the last game for the Super Eagles, or some games I've seen Alex Iwobi playing in the Super Eagles, I don't really see him as a 10 for the Super Eagles. He performs better when he drops deep into the pivot role, where he can actually dictate play for the Eagles. Playing as a 10 in the Super Eagles, Alex Iwobi will not always have that opportunity or will not have that much avenue to actually create chances for the striker. And that is one thing that's really make him look like he's absent in this game. I'll be expecting a substitution in the second half, and that might just be Frank Oyinka, if I'm correct. Frank Oyinka being withdrawn for Joe Aribo. So Joe Aribo can move to the 10th position and let Alex Iwobi move back to the pivot role. If Alassane is doing the dirty work, let Iwobi be there in the pivot role so he can actually dictate the flow of game for the Super Eagles. That is what is missing in that midfield. It's not looking like Alex Iwobi is missing out of this game. I don't really think the coach is going to take Alex Iwobi out of this game.
Yeah, you hear the thoughts of the guys right there. So let's see. Will it be a day that Nigerians will celebrate, or will it be another day for lamentation? Nigerians are so conversant with lamenting over and over again. So it's Nigeria 1, Equatorial Guinea 1 in this encounter so far. It promises to be exciting, mind-blowing. Don't leave us. We are not ready to leave you. Like that comedian will say, don't leave me. So don't leave us. We are still here, right here. No, looking at this game, the most expensive squad couldn't take a lead against the Equatorial Guinea in the first half. Solomon,
it's not about...
Should the average Nigerian fans be worried right there?
Football is not about how expensive you are.
Sometimes you play a clear
expensive.
You spend on talent.
What I'm saying is not all about it, but how you utilize what you have.
Yeah.
Nigeria have expensive players. Nigeria have players who are exposed. You understand? Who are experienced in football. You know what I'm saying? But there is something you also need. You also need the hungry players. Like you look at the Nigerian squad now. How many home-based players do you have? We don't have them.
Home base is not a part of this conversation.
It's part of it.
Can you name one home base player that will make it to the Super Eagles?
home-based player.
Yes.
There are a lot of them, but I can't be.
That's my biggest
You understand?
problem.
Yeah.
You are always
You are
criticizing, but
Yeah.
you don't have a perfect replacement. Just like the other day, you were talking about Uzor, the 3 goalkeepers not being good enough. I asked you, who is the replacement? Who do you have in mind? You say you have to go check. Now you're mentioning home-based player. Look at the old 20 teams in the Super Eagles. Bring the 20 teams in the MPFL. Bring a player you think should be starting in the Super Eagles team.
Well, that to me, Nigeria have a culture.
Who
You bring, there are players.
There are
There are a lot of players. There are a lot of players. The thing is that you can't be telling me to mention the player, but there are players. Because if it is me, that is what I will do.
Okay.
You can't just go just because of quota sake, or
Uh-huh.
just because of quota sake, or just because of the sake of let me go to the Nations Cup with home-based player. You have just gone and pack any of the home-based player. Mention one that you think should be in the Super Eagles.
There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them in the club side. A lot of them.
Mention
A lot
one
of
that you
them.
think can play outrightly in the Super Eagles right now. It's home-based that can just make it to the chan.
Yeah.
Our league is not professional yet enough. You're saying this is the competition, not a friendly match.
And I think one of the reasons why the Super Eagles, as we've not been seeing many of our league team players playing in the Nigerian league representing the Super Eagles, is because Shegun mentioned it. The league is not professional enough. You are struggling to mention an equal replacement because you hardly see those games on TV. If you see it, we don't jet out to UK all the time, but it's available on TV for us to see. That's why Kevin De Bruyne coming back yesterday did those fantastic job because there were cameras to show us. And I hope that the NFF are listening. We need proper coverage for the Nigerian.
We'll start having proper coverage. I think we have a proper coverage.
Yeah, it is not proper.
That's
not proper.
Because we have about 8 out of 10 games every week on TV.
On TV or internet TV?
On internet TV.
Yeah,
and on
that's
TV
not
also
possible.
it's on TV.
One per weekend.
I know not one per weekend.
I
We
think
have
one
about
or two.
six on TV every weekend. I won't want to mention it's 6 on TV.
Local TV.
Yes, not local TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are you watching this on local TV?
Even in pay TV.
It's on pay TV. It's on pay TV.
The popular one.
Yes, one of the 2 popular pay TV. I can't just mention the name.
Yeah.
And I'm coming. When we go back to and look at it, if you are judging this present Super Eagles and the NPFL or the home-based team, you are judging them based on the 2013 team. When was it called? When
Sunday Umba
was there. Sunday Umba's Ejuke set of it all. You have to look at the way Stephen Kechi actually implemented those boys. He had about 6 of those boys right from the time he joined the Super Eagles. He already implemented them. You look at the standard of the MPFL in 2013. Is that still the same standard in 2022, 2023? It's not the same standard.
Yeah, it's not the same standard right there. And look at that long ball towards Arono Lukman again. And the way it turned to his left, crossed that ball, Ademola Lukman, that sweet cross to Osimhen Solomon. We'll talk about, before this Osimhen goal, let's talk about the Equatorial Guinea goal. We are trying to say Iwobi is at fault. Yeah, he was at fault to some extent. But hey, there was still a Super Eagles player in front that can still close down the run of that player. And he didn't.
Which I don't understand.
The Equatorial Guinea goal.
Yeah.
The first goal. The first
goal. There's still a Nigerian player. There's still a defender there that could.
And that was him and Semi Ajayi who were very close to the ball there. And it was Alex Obi who couldn't just hold on to the ball. Maybe he relaxed a bit there, thinking Semi was just going to clear that ball. The ball was going to get to Semi Ajayi. But I think looking at that, it should have been Alex Obi. You should have been able to clear that. It was just very close to your box. You don't play around that side of the field. You just have to clear your lines. Yeah,
you just have to clear your lines. In football, you need to do the needful right there. So, it's half time already. Nigeria 1, Equatorial Guinea 1. Second half up next. In a few minutes' time, the second half will kick off. And we'll be back to the second half of that encounter. Now, a quick one, starting with Solomon, your expectation for the second half?
Well, the second half, I expect the Super Eagles to just finish the game, kill the game by, getting one early goal. And, after getting the goal, the Equatorial Guinea will want to come back and you use the opportunity and get another goal because we have strikers with space. So when they come out, they can now open up and you get those goals. So the second half, I expect the Super Eagles to kill the game and just get a maximum victory.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the same expectations. They need to come back very early into the second half and try to dominate play as soon as possible in the second half, and not just dominate play. They have to score goals in the second half. That is what I expect from the Super Eagles when they come into this game in the second half.
Yeah, the two expectations is that the Super Eagles should come all attacking, and that the needed thing needs to be done right there. So the game is being played at the Abidjan. I think that's the the capital of Ivory Coast right there. And let's see if it will be a jolly good ground for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Hey, well, right there, the second half will soon kickstart. But before then, we want to go for a very, very short break. Very short break right there. About 30 seconds break or thereabout. And next up will be second half commentary and the guys' thoughts right there. Don't go nowhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back in a minute. 30 seconds, 1 minute. Don't go nowhere.
So internet is in your love, Sha.
All right, you don't hear Elder. I say what Nigeria play tomorrow. He mentioned Nigeria for the top 5 where he believes say Physicality AFCON. I say there, so my body they shock me because at the moment we say everybody they happy when it comes to AFCON. Africa they rejoice. We see the best of African football. Now, for this African football AFCON they want to start now. If you tell me like your players where it is and go fish shine, where we say they get big name for Africa.
Okay. When it comes to players where go fish shine, I get only.
Alright, the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations is around the corner. Spirit are high, expectation are also high. Who is going to win the AFCON? Will Egypt, the 7 times winner of the African Cup of Nations, repeat it again for the 8th time? That is what we'll be looking at for. Or will Morocco, one of the top African countries who represented Africa in the World Cup, will they replicate it in the AFCON by winning the AFCON? Or will Nigeria, the 3 times African champion, repeat it again for the 4th time? That is what we will be looking at for today. So we'll go to the street and hear what the fans have to say about the AFCON. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name is Equatorial. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center. All right now I'm here with Elder now from Cote d'Ivoire income, and the African Cup of Nations they are around the corner and everybody they happy. Now Elder self they follow happy, and right now Cote d'Ivoire will start the match tomorrow. How you they feel?
Good morning, my brother.
Okay, good morning.
You know, when it comes to African country, me I know sabi speak English, I dey talk English.
Okay.
So I won't talk my English, make everybody they understand what we dey talk.
All right.
So when it comes to African Cup of Nations, all of us will be African.
Yeah.
So as an African, I dey Nigeria right now.
Okay.
And Nigeria then be the side where they do well before.
Okay.
When we dey grow up, we dey hear Nigerians are doing well. And if you see Nigerian players, then they play well.
Okay.
The lives of them, JJ Okocha, Kanu Nwankwo. But after way that time don't pass, it can't be like say Nigeria don't go relegation.
Hi. Oh, you don't hear Elder say Nigeria don't go relegation when it comes to African football because they need to do well. And I remember they talk about the 1994 squad when Nigeria won the AFCON. That time when we get the JJ Okocha and the likes of them. But this one when they want to play now 2024 when they want to play for your country for Cote d'Ivoire, you know, we think say can you before I ask you who you think they go win? I want you to tell me like 5 African nations, African countries where we say then they try for football now.
Okay. Recently, if you talk of African football nations where they play well, I go call Morocco, I go call Algeria, I go call Egypt based on say one more magic man Mo Salah dey there. I go fit carry which other country join am. Okay.
Can we go now? Yeah, you're welcome back right there. I told you it would be a very short break right there. Now, second half, visuals are here already. Nigeria 1, Equatorial Guinea 1. And that's Osimhen with the ball on 2 guys. And oh my goodness.
That touch was actually too much.
There was too much weight on the touch by Ademola Lookman right there. Leaving Jesus Owono, the goalkeeper of Equatorial Guinea right there, to take that one easily. And back to Stanley Nwabali, who sends it forward. And hey, what would it be right there? The referee spots an infringement against Ademola Lookman right there. And it looks like, hey.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Look at that replay again. And,
I think the touch was just too heavy. That was what let him down there.
Yeah, the touch was too heavy right there. And it looks more like it's game on in that encounter with a throw-in to the Super Eagles of Nigeria right there. Let's see if they can actually do something special this second half to actually bring the game to life for the Nigerian fans. So it's thrown by Seydou Sanusi in the 40th minute of that encounter. Let's see if the Super Eagles can get the early second half goal.
Well, we saw that chance that fell into the hand of what's it called, Ademola Lookman there. That was a good hold-up play from Victor Osimhen, leading to that chance for Ademola Lookman. Good one for the Super Eagles. Good way to start on the second half. And if we had to go by the way they started that first half, getting into the first 30 minutes of that first half, they actually dominated play, and that is what we're seeing in the second half also replaying itself. It's just about utilizing those chances, create clear-cut chances, not just create half chances. They need to create clear-cut chances which might actually lead into a goal in the second half. Early goal is what we need in this game. Let us just get an early goal within first 10 minutes of the second half, which will be very good for the Super Eagles. They actually need that goal.
Yeah, you can join this conversation on our live chat. Let us hear your view. Let us know your take on this game so far. And don't forget to subscribe, because we will be here to keep you company all through the AFCON 2023, the CAF AFCON competition. So, hey, AFCON is African Cup of Nations, currently hosted by Côte d'Ivoire. Some will call them Ivory Coast. You know Côte d'Ivoire for the likes of Didier Drogba, Yaya Toure, Kolo Toure, and some other big names right there. So is Equatorial Guinea trying to attack with the ball right there? Drops it for that midfielder right there, who tries to look for his man to play with. And it dribbles Ademola Lookman, sets it back to his defenders. And you can see Equatorial Guinea trying to build up from the defense. It seems the respect they have for Super Eagles is beginning to go down a little bit, because they are trying to go into the game. And that's a good chance from the Equatorial Guinea player. He plays a long shot. But hey,
the way he was actually setting himself out for that shot, you could have actually know that he was going for a shot there. Yeah. I'm talking about the respect for the Super Eagles. You know, after scoring the first goal, there's a kind of belief that you have that, yes, we scored the first goal. We are the one who opened the scoring against this team. Then we can go all out to get the second goal. It's what happens in the game of football. It's just about the Super Eagles, which know how to utilize and take full advantage of the chances which comes their way. And yes, the Super Eagles attacking against Equatorial Guinea right now, and into the central cycle, and we find Alex Iwobi back into the hands of Seydou Sanusi, sends the cross into the box, and still the Super Eagles distribute a chance for a second goal, but Ademola Lookman couldn't just get to that, and it's going to be advantage. Oh, that's Moses Simon who couldn't get to that, and it's going to be advantage. Equatorial Guinea right now. Look at the pass from Al Azan Yusuf there. What a pass! Yeah, that touch was just too much, as Moses Simon couldn't connect to that. And like I was saying in the first half, that they need to be flexible. And right now you can see there's been a switch of position between Moses Simon and Ademola Lookman in the second half. Let's see if Moses Simon will be taking this to its full advantage.
Yeah, let's see. And that's a long ball forward for the Equatorial Guinea player right there. But hey, Ekong shielded him outside the box. And the follow-up pass was intercepted by Alassane. And Moses Simon caught there. And now is Nigeria trying to turn defense into attack. It will be with the ball. Who finds Alassane in the midfield? Let's see. What can they turn this one into? Straight to Moses Simon right there, who turns with the ball and finds Seydou Sanusi, who holds the ball, returns it back to Alex Iwobi right there. Alex Iwobi finds his teammate Ademola Lookman, who tries to cut back, and he tries to find the run of Moses Simon right there. I think that's all line right there. Tries to take on the player, cuts in and finds Ademola Lookman, drops it for Alassane Yusuf with the cross, but was easily taken by the Equatorial Guinea player right there. So I think the Super Eagles are beginning to show more promise.
Yeah, they're showing more promising. Good. We've seen the first touch there from Alassane. Yusuf trying to set up Moses Simon. And right now, we saw the second one trying to also set up Victor Moses. Victor Osimhen, sorry, but that ball couldn't get into the feet of Victor Osimhen. Right now in the 52nd minute has really been the Super Eagles dominating the play against the National Thunders of Equatorial Guinea. And the Eagles is actually tied very well against the Thunders. So let's just see if at the end of the day they can get this victory. They need to get that second goal so they can actually feel a bit relieved and not playing with lots of pressure on themselves.
And that's a long ball into the Super Eagles final third, and the follow-up pass was intercepted by Oyeka right there. The cross was blocked by Truce Ekong. 53rd minute of that game right there. And it's going to be a corner kick to Equatorial Guinea in that encounter. So, the Super Eagles are not so bad for the start of the second half, Solomon.
Not so bad. Okay, they started very well. They're so composed in the second half. And they just feel free, very, very relaxed, in this game. And we saw the move they made, they've made at least like 2 good moves now in the 18 box of the Equatorial Guineans, but they didn't convert that.
And the cross comes into the box, but was headed out by the Nigerian captain straight to Ademola Lookman, who turns and finds Iwobi. Iwobi takes a one touch to Seydou Sanusi right there.
Oh, what the fuck!
My goodness!
Ow!
Wow,
Seydou Sanusi had a good chance.
Oh!
I think it was. We don't know. Was it a cross or
I
a
think
shot?
it was intended a cross. It was a cross intended by him. He was trying to find Alex Iwobi there. He's a left back, so I really not really fault him if he's falling into scoring positions and it's not taking. But that was actually a bad cross from Seydou Sanusi.
Yeah, that was a bad
I think
cross.
at first he should have gone for the hit, not looking out to cross. No, I think he was let. No, he was let down. You can see where his eyes was fixed to. His eyes was actually fixed to finding
and the follow-up
from Ademola Lookman was actually the worst of it all. But good chance for the Super Eagles, but they couldn't just connect it to the back of the net and get that second goal. This is the second time we're seeing Seydou Sanusi in this game losing a clear-cut chance. I would have favored that chance falling into the hands of Moses Simon on that wing, which would have actually gone to the back of the net. Oh, that's
Osimhen. Oh, he touched it, but the goalkeeper was there to the rescue.
And you just have to give it to the goalkeeper of the Equatorial Guinea. He has actually been the saving grace for Equatorial Guinea in this encounter. Look at the number of saves he has made in this encounter right from the first half, which has really been impressive. Look at this again against Victor Osimhen. That was actually a good save from the goalkeeper. And he has been one of the reasons why Equatorial Guinea are still playing 1-1 with the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
But are we saying is the goalkeeper that is very good, or the Super Eagles players are not doing a good job with their chances?
Yeah, of course, to some extent, I would say they are not clinical enough to get the goal. Look at that. They are under pressure. It's like whenever they are on, it's a spirit. You will not blame anybody. Even Ronaldo, Messi, sometimes they get themselves into those kind of position and they fumble. They miss the goal. So you will not blame them. Look at it. Osimhen was look at the speed. It was high. It was on high speed there.
And he made a good chance out of that, but he could do better, really. In that
he could do better. I think that was the best he could do at that moment. But he was trying to place it, but he was just unlucky.
Yeah, it was unlucky right there. So it's going to be a free kick to Nigeria. And around the far right hand side of the attack for Nigeria, the free kick starts. It's Ademola Lookman standing close to that. The informal Atalanta player right there, and standing next to that free kick, the referee is telling them, you see the lines, easily you can go out for offside right there. So Ademola Lookman breathes in and out, and he bends this one into the box, and the goalkeeper comes, and the follow-up shot was blocked, and Shemi Ajayi drops it for Seydou Sanusi, crossing to the box for Osimhen, but it was well cleared. Straight to Ademola Lookman again. Who crossing? Oh, he gives him body movement. Crossing to the box. And the follow-up header to Wu straight to the Equatorial Guinean player. Who passed down to the left.
That was
and it seems the referee spotted that.
Lukman has complained a lot in this game. I can't count how many times Lukman has actually complained in this encounter. But you have to just look at it and give it to them. But, we can sense the frustration on the Super Eagles players. They know they have to get that second goal. And that is the hunger on the face of the boys. Good save there from the Equatorial Guinea goalkeeper again. He has actually been the best player for Equatorial Guinea in this encounter against the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yeah, he has been the best goalkeeper. He has been the best player, as Shegun said right there, for the Equatorial Guineans right there. You can see the Super Eagles fans dancing, jollying, enjoying themselves at Abidjan right there. And let's just hope it's a day that they will really, really enjoy at the end of the day. Because 1-1 is not really the best result the Super Eagles will be coming up with against this Equatorial Guinea side that is up for grabs and up for the taking. So 58 minutes in that encounter, still Nigeria 1, Equatorial Guinea 1. No leader, no team leading in this encounter right now. It's still 1-1. And let's see if one team will actually rise up and take the day. And straight to Shegun right there. In these two teams, who does it look like would take the lead?
100% is the Super Eagles taking the lead, and it's not because I'm a Nigerian, but when you look at the way the Super Eagles have played in this game, they've actually been the better side. The way they've controlled the game against Equatorial Guinea in this encounter. If they're not scoring the second goal, then it's going to be a big disappointment to us, not just us, in good football. Because they've actually played good football against Equatorial Guinea. It's just that goal that is not coming in. And this is not the first time we're seeing the Super Eagles, being lost when they are not seeing these goals coming in for them. So I just want to see them creating clear-cut chances, not just great chances, but clear-cut chances that can lead into goals.
Clear-cut chances that can lead to goal. You can see that infringement from Alassane right there to give out a free kick to Equatorial Guinea in the 59th minute of that encounter. It's the Equatorial Guinea trying to turn defense into attack right there, and the loose pass was quickly recovered back by the right wing back Carlos Akakbo right there. And let's see if they can actually do something special with that pass forward straight to the left hand side with number 11 playing down the flanks right there. Bosilo Ndong, who plays it forward, but was blocked out by Alaino, and it's going to be a throw into Equatorial Guinea in that encounter. So let's see if Nigeria Super Eagles can do something special from this game. So it's been not so explosive second half as we saw the first half, Shegun.
Yeah, not really explosive in the second half. That's really turned into a tactical game. We can see the Equatorial Guineans who are trying to push themselves above limits and come all out against the Super Eagles for the past 3 or 4 minutes of this game. Let's just see if the Super Eagles can utilize one of those loose balls in the midfield, or will it be Equatorial Guinea who will find that another another goal off play, run of play against the Super Eagles. So you can see how much they're coming out in numbers against the Super Eagles now. I think we can count about 6 to 7 white bodies there. But let's see if the Super Eagles can turn it into counter against them. But no, they went out for a kick and follow.
Yeah, kick and follow straight to Osimhen right there, who has been the power player up front. And so far, so good, Solomon. Talking about Osimhen, your thoughts on Osimhen so far?
Of course, to me, he's just playing what I expected him to play. You know, you have to.
And
what I expected him to play, you have to reserve himself. You understand what I'm saying? You don't.
What do you mean by reserve?
What I mean, you don't. If you look at the way he plays in Napoli, he plays with all his body, and this is African football. You understand? If you play that way, you will get injured in just the first round of it. So if you look at it, he's relaxed. He's just taking his time.
Moses Simon approaching the box, and he took too much weight on that ball. And it's second half already in this encounter, 61st minute of this game. Look at that run for Moses Simon. He took he missed, killed the ball, and the ball went out for a goal kick. Looking disappointed right there, and you can understand why Ademola Lookman
has been complaining a lot in this game because there's still disappointment on his face. And look, I think that switch between him and Moses Simon has actually worked wonders in the second half, and that was why I expected that switch in the first half, because it was looking like Moses Simon was not looking comfortable playing on the right hand side of the Super Eagles, but Lookman was looking comfortable on the left. Probably if they've actually switched in the first half, we'll have seen a better good output from these players. And Lookman looks comfortable on playing on both sides of the pitch, both on the left and on the right. So I think he should have used that his diversity more in the first half and try to cause confusion in the Equatorial Guinea's what's called fullbacks in this game. Because right now I think that is where I always have issues with Ose Parceiro. His formations is always static. Just boom. Just one formation and go straight for the next 75 minutes. And so if he'll be making substitution probably in the 75 or 80 minutes. He loves late substitution. But I think if a coach really wants a victory in a game like this, he needs to start making those tactical substitutions very early into this game. By the time we get to 75 minutes, you have this Equatorial Guinea who will be playing a complete defensive war against the Super Eagles.
And it's Nigeria who has that free kick in that 63rd minute of that encounter. Let's see what Ademola Lookman will do with this one. And he places it into the box. And no one could connect. The Equatorial Guinea player played it right there. And it's going to be a throw-in to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Seydou Sanusi opening his arms out. Who's here to take the ball? And someone is down right there. Alassane Yusuf.
Wow, that looks like I'm string.
It looks like hamstring.
I just hope he hasn't pulled that.
We just hope.
Wow.
It doesn't
I just hope
pull
he continues that, because he has been one of the shining lights in the midfield.
Yeah, he has been
Super
one
Eagles.
of the
I just hope he'll be able to
players.
continue this game.
So let's see if Alassane Yusuf will be able to continue in this game. What happened right there?
I think there was a tackle on him. Was it? Yes, it was it. Oh, that was a harsh kick on him there. I just hope he'll be able to continue. I expect him to continue in this encounter.
I think he was feeling the pains right there. Yeah, the pain. And it looks like the pain is harsh. It looks like the pain is harsh. Look like he's leaping. And we just hope that it's not something serious.
And the stretchers are out, but I think he's back on his feet. He won't be he will take in the stretcher. Yeah. Well, it looks like the game might just be over for Alassane in this encounter.
Like Alazzane's game might be over, and we hope his tournament is not over.
Yeah, we just hope his tournament will be over at the end of the day, because he has been one of the best players. And looking at the form he has been in for the past 64 minutes of this game, it's going to be a big miss for the Super Eagles if he can continue this game. And you can see the frustration on the face of Ose Parceiro. But I think if there'll be a substitution, it should be Raphael coming in to replace Yusuf in this encounter. But it's now to look at it that can Frank Oyeka, can he do the dirty work of what Alassane has been doing in the midfield for the Super Eagles? That is where I think the big miss will be for the Super Eagles for the remainder of this game.
Yeah, so it's the game on in that encounter. Seydou Sanusi about to restart the game right there. Let's see Alassane still receiving treatment. And the referee
for time wasting
will give Seydou Sanusi has given him a yellow card for time wasting, and is now on a yellow card, unnecessary yellow card right there.
And the referee is still keeping up. I think probably that should be the decision of the referee, because I think you can see it on his face that it was the referee who hasn't restarted the game. But that is a dangerous yellow card for Sanusi. I don't really expect our players taking this type of unnecessary yellow cards because it puts you under pressure.
Yeah.
You won't be able to defend or attack as much as you want. You won't be able to go into tackles as much as you have wanted yourself. You have to limit yourself in the way on the ways you run or you jump into tackles right now, which is actually going to be a bad one for the Super Eagles.
And it will be who finds Ademola Lookman right there, and who runs to the right, tries to find a line, or who taps it in.
Oh!
And it was well saved by the goalkeeper right there.
Well, good one from Formula, you know. Look at the way he touched the ball. I think the Equatorial Guinea defender was expecting him to control that and not just switch play around him there. Good one from him there, and it went straight on goal. But the goalkeeper had every answer to that again.
Yeah, and the goalkeeper was right there where the attempt was made. So you can see Joel Arebo trying to kick up, and let's see, it seems there'll be a substitution right there for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
It looks like that is Awazim also trying to come into the game. And that's Super Eagles player. Alazan can't continue. Is that Alazan again?
And I think that's Alazan.
Wow. I'm
really
scared. It looks like that might just be the end of his competition.
Let's see.
Because, I think normally hamstring.
Currently, the Nigerian player is down right there, and look at this.
I think this was the goal. This was their first goal. Wambali had nothing to do with that. There was no way he was going to save that. Good goal from Equatorial Guinea to open play against run of play against the Super Eagles. Look at that cross again from Ademola Lookman finding finding Victor Osimhen, and he just pinned that down into the back of the net. Good equalizer. What a way to score your first goal in the Nations Cup for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. First of many for this young man. At the age of 24, he's just getting to the prime of his career. So, he still have a lot of years to play in the AFCON. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he might just be one of those players to break not just the record of the all-time.
Takes a long throw into the box. And it seems there's an infringement right there. The referee.
And now they'll be making those substitutions.
Is calling. What's happening there? I think there's an infringement.
Let's see again. Oh, there was an infringement.
That was a
second run into the Equatorial Guinea player there.
So
he was actually going for the ball. To me, it was
that's a double substitution right there.
I think this is a good substitution.
Joel Aribo and
Chukwueze coming in for
Moses Simon.
It's actually a good substitution right now. Ademola Lookman will be able to go back to the left wing, and Chukwueze will be so much comfortable on the right wing for the Super Eagles. And that substitution bringing in Joe Aribo is actually a good substitution. Remember, I said it that maybe Frank Oyeka might just be the one substituted out for Aribo to come into this game, but fortunately it has to be Alazan, who got injured and has been one of the best players for the Super Eagles. Now I expect Alex Iwobi to come down to the pivot role and let's see what Joe Aribo can bring into the attacking front for the Super Eagles.
Not really been working for Joe Aribo is the playing time.
He has actually started playing for the past 5 or 6 games. Southampton has played back to back. He has started starting for them, and that is one of the reasons why Southampton had to send some teams to stay in Ghana. So in Ivory Coast, to say maybe if Nigeria should go out of the Nations Cup as early as possible, they can actually fly Joe Aribo back to England, because he has been one of the important players for Southampton of late.
So you can hear you right there. You get the update as the odds, like some Nigerians like to say it right there. And the Everton and the Gooses Impact still new against Aston Villa. This season's surprise package.
Look at that!
Look at that pass from Olaino. Was easily intercepted by the Equatorial Guinean player. So let's see. It looks more like it's going to be a throw-in to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I don't know what that player did with the ball right there. Maybe it's a skill or something. But hey, sometimes
I just know that one thing is, any which way, we have to find this victory in this encounter. And that is what really matters to me.
So this is the 70th minute.
By the time we get into the 75th minute, then you'll start seeing Equatorial Guinea using, not just defending alone, using every delay tactics to while away time.
And you can't blame them really. So it's extreme weather right there at Abidjan. So the players had to take a cooling break right there. 70th minute of that encounter. It's still Nigeria 1, Equatorial Guinea 1. You can see Pesero dishing out instruction to the players. We just hope that the instruction gets into their head or their mind. You can see Finidi George,
the assistant coach,
assistant coach right there, dishing out instructions. And funnily, that brings me to the question. Let me start with Solomon. Can two coaches be coaching players at the same time?
Well, everything depends on the departmental, the division of labor. You can say, okay, but I am the, we have the final decision as Pesero. You have goalkeeper coach, right? And then you have a trainer also.
So it's possible.
It's possible. Everybody with his own role.
Yeah. Well, it depends. He's just even in the club side, it's not just the manager that actually dishes out advice. He also goes back to his assistant coaches and talk to them. Have their.
But here you see the assistant.
You have to look at the communication gap. It's also one thing right here. Yeah. Talking about Pesero and Finidi George. Pesero is not a fully English spoken person. So he's a Portuguese, not an English speaker. So when you've seen him talk, you know that his English is actually hard for us to hear. Doctors of not talking to the Super Eagles.
It's a restart right there. It's a throw into the Super Eagles. And let's see if something good can come out of your line. Not takes it right there, but the Nigerian player loses possession of the ball. And it's Equatorial Guinea that tries to attack with that ball and online chase that out, but it's going to be a throw-in to Equatorial Guinea. And it looks more like Ola miscalculated that and lost that possession right there. But it's game on. Equatorial Guinea in possession of the ball right now. Who's trying to turn defense into attack. It's currently Super Eagles that is chasing the ball around. It looks more like Equatorial Guinea are beginning to grow into the game towards the dying embers of this game. And that long pass straight forward for that attacker, but was easily blocked by the Super Eagles player. That clearance was not really good enough right there. And the touch right there back to the midfield was intercepted by that Equatorial Guinea player to turn defense into attack right now. He sends it towards Undong right there. And Undong with the ball, who touched it into the box and finds his teammate, the defensive midfielder there, Federico right there. And he sets it back to that number 6, Iban, who scored that goal in the first half. And the cross into the box was cleared by William Troost-Ekong right there in the defense. And the follow-up pass that is meant for Iban went off the field of play. And it's JJ Okocha we've seen the extreme heat. You can see them without something, hand fan or something.
There's something I just observed in this match. A lot of Nigerians, we are training for a new goalkeeper. But you know that Stanley Nwabali has not been tested. In this match, he has not been tested. He has been relaxed. Well, the only ball he caught was a corner kick, which he caught comfortably, and the other kick. But he has not been actually tested for one to be able to say, okay, we have a goalkeeper.
Yeah, but it will be tested over time.
Yeah.
It's not, when you are talking about goalkeepers being tested, it's not the fault of the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
The defense has been doing their
job. Good job, yeah.
But the little time he has been called to action, he has done his job without being questioned. So also it's double substitution for the Equatorial Guineans. The two player number 22 being withdrawn for number 14 right there. And number 26 right there coming in for that number 8. Janik Buila, who looks more like a gym instructor than a football player. So it's a line now who takes a long train towards Victor Osimhen right there, but Victor Osimhen couldn't keep that one down. Lost possession straight to the goalkeeper, Jesus Owonu right there, trying to while away the time. It looks more like Equatorial Guinea will be the happier of the teams if this game ends in a draw.
There's going to be advantage Equatorial Guinea if this game ends in a draw. They'll be very happy taking a 1 point off the so-called most expensive squad in the AFCON. So it's been a disappointing game for the Super Eagles, and you can see the possession of late, it has really been Equatorial Guinea who are enjoying better share of possession against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Really disappointing game, seeing the Super Eagles, for 75 minutes struggle to get 2 goals against a team like Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah, Super Eagles struggling to, and that's
look at that
Sweet pass. What
Offside,
on
offside,
earth?
offside.
It's not offside either. Look at that pass.
Offside.
It's not offside, it's
Look at
onside.
that player.
Outside.
Victor!
Offside.
What
Hey!
was that?
1-on-1.
Why would you say that? That was a terrible finish.
That was a terrible finish for a player of
Victor Osimhen presented with a golden chance, and the finishing was terrible.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Towards the dying embers of the. He's still finding.
I look at that pass from what's it called? Alex Iwobi from
Yeah.
deep in the midfield, and that's his. Hey.
That was a header back.
Oh.
And what was that from Joel Aribo? Honestly, now he's not looking more like. Are these players really serious about that?
You can say they are. You can say they are serious. It's
Yeah.
just psychological. It was what came into his head for him to just pick a spot. It's not like it was intentional for him to lose that goal, and it's not looking like it was intentional for Joe Aribo to also head that ball backward. So I can't really say they are not serious. This is a competition. They all want to win it also, and they are playing to their maximum capacity.
So he said right there they're playing to their maximum capacity. You can keep dropping your message on the live chat. Olatunji Ahmed says they must win. No grief for anybody. Not the matter. Yes, so and maybe you look good this there's a Spanish message here.
You have to read it out.
Jason and Esteban says O football day versus Estao Muito Bomb. I hope I got
Don't
that
throw
right.
bomb here.
Bomb. That doesn't look like English right there. So maybe everybody also says the difference between Nigeria and Chelsea is the jersey. Well, Martha Allison says, is it halftime? Yeah, it's the second half already. And funny hiding cause says Nigeria must win. Adedoyin David Olufuwa says, I wish them victory. I love the Super Eagles. There are no small team in Africa.
Yeah, no doubt. There are no small teams in Africa anymore.
But I bet you differ. There are still small
we saw
teams
Guinea.
in Africa.
The small teams, if you had 8 competition, you're having 24 teams at the competition. We saw Guinea-Bissau yesterday. Apart from losing 2-0 against Ivory Coast, they actually gave a good account for themselves in that game. I don't really see them as a minor. I don't really see minors in football. If you are bringing 11 players, we have players who are playing outside the shores of their country, also playing for Guinea, for Equatorial Guinea.
Let's put this in perspective. You can see this Mino perform only when the Giants are asleep.
Who's the Giants? Is this
the Giants, for instance, Nigeria playing against Lesotho. If not, Nigeria is a sleeping giant right now. Lesotho
is Nigeria Giants when it comes to African football? You have just 3 Nations Cup and you're calling yourself the Giants.
Says it all.
It's more about us living above our expectations.
Not living above, living on past.
It's not past. What has been the past glory?
They've won 3 Nations Cup.
3 Nations Cup. When was the last time we won the Nations Cup? 2013.
Yes.
And we're standing in.
But they've been
we
getting
have nations who has what's it called 8-7 Nations Cup. We have Cameroon who has about 5.
Now how many African countries are ahead of Super Eagles?
Calm down. We have Ghana who has 4. Even Ghana are not calling themselves Giants of Africa. So where's the Giant of Africa coming from? If we are talking about past glories, before the 2013 came, 1994 was the last time we won the Nations Cup. Just 2 Nations Cup before 2013. So don't let us live above our expectations. That is it. What's the ranking of FIFA?
Nigeria is a giant.
When it comes to Africa,
Egypt is a giant.
Let's talk.
Senegal is a giant.
What comes
Senegal has how many Nations Cup?
See, when
Senegal is a giant.
They have how many Nations Cup?
The first team in Africa.
They have how many Nations?
Senegal have just one.
I think Senegal not better than the Super Eagles.
Senegal better than you have.
Are they not better than Super Eagles?
You cannot look at it holistically and say Senegal is better than Nigeria. The national team might be playing better. They are not better. You can't tell me we'll still come back to your thoughts.
You
Right
vibe,
there,
Super
and
Eagles like
Joel
say,
Aribo with the
Nancy
ball
Dike.
right there, who turns and finds Seydou Sanusi, who rolls it back to Shemi Ajayi. Shemi Ajayi finds Willem through second. It's the 81st minute of that encounter already, with the Super Eagles struggling to get that decisive goal. Chukwueze tries a long pass right there, but he couldn't get it. And that's a floating pass from Aribo to Seydou Sanusi right there. And what can he do with the ball? He tries to cross, but it's a deflection off. And Joel Aribo has been fouled there by the Equatorial Guinean player right there. And let's see if they can actually do something spectacular from this free kick.
That was a contact now. That was a contact with the knee.
Not really a big contact.
Yeah,
That's why
on
you
the
see
knee.
Ademola Lookman just picking him
So
up.
it's going to be free kick to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 81st minute of that encounter. Seydou Sanusi standing behind that one. Now, talking about the substitution, Solomon, has the substitution really worked for the Super Eagles?
Well, the substitution has not really worked to me. You know, they were more bite when we had Alassane, Yusuf,
and Moses Simon.
And Moses Simon. There was more bite. You know, it's like it is relaxed now. And to me, they needed that, but Yusuf wouldn't have gone out not because of the injury. Because to me, it's one of the best players that was on the field after that. You know? And
Sanusi plays it into the box. But hey, that was headed out by the Equatorial Guineans. Chukwueze placed it back in, but was headed out again and returned back to Iwobi right there. And let's see, can Nigeria build up something? Sends a long one towards Chukwueze. But hey, it was let out of play by Chukwueze, and is going to be thrown into Equatorial Guinea at the 83rd minute of that encounter. This has been a game that has been met with so many missed chances, and the game between Everton and Aston Villa is still 0-0. The double substitutions also coming on. Bright Osai coming in for line now. And Saidu going out for Jamilu Collins.
Calvin
Bassey. Calvin Bassey right there. And was that Olaino that was substituted?
Yeah, Olaino has to be the man that will go out for Bright Osai. And take out Bright Osai actually brings in a different dimension to the game, apart from Olaino. Osai is a player that can hold on to the ball at his feet and have good dribbling capacity in his feet more than Olaino. So let's see what the last 7 minutes holds for the Super Eagles in this game.
Yeah, let's see what the last this last 7 minutes we hold for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. You can see a face-off right there between Ibaredo against Samuel Chukwueze, the AC Milan forward right there. He tries to turn in, and that's going to be a goal kick to Equatorial Guinea right there. So it's still 1-1. Nigeria 1, Equatorial Guinea 1. If it ends like this, maybe Nigerians will say we said it.
They'll say that they said it because it has really been a disappointing game for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We have a way of making a simple thing. We have a way of making simple things look hard to people.
Yeah.
Because you expect Super Eagles to actually overrun a team like Equatorial Guinea. The first half was actually good, and the first half should have been where we would have gotten those goals. And that's big sitter that fell into the hands of Victor Osimhen was actually one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons why we're still where we are in this encounter. The chances didn't really come in the second half, and it's looking like Oyeka is also down.
Injured.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was an hashtag on Onyeka, the Brentford midfielder right there, and the referee reached out to his pocket and brings out that yellow card for that Equatorial Guinea.
He hugged him. He hugged him and just hacked him to the floor.
And it's game on in that encounter. It's Iwobi with the ball right there. Who finds Joel Aribo? Joel Aribo sets on Calvin Bassey right there, but there was too much weight on that pass. It was easily defended by the Equatorial Guinea player right there. You can see the confirmation of the yellow card received by Alex Balboa, right there, the Equatorial Guinean player, number 14. So it's going to be another substitution for Equatorial Guinea, number 7 being withdrawn, and the number 20 coming on right there. 86 minutes of that game. It looks more like a game that they want to just salvage the draw, Solomon.
Yeah.
They just want to salvage the draw, and a draw is a good result to them because coming to this game, a lot of pundits will have given Nigeria a straight win. You know, but it's not over yet. Anything can still happen in the last 5 minutes. We don't know how many additional minutes, so we are still looking up to like 10 minutes of football. You know, so Nigeria need to use that time because I am not seeing any sense of urgency in what they are playing right now. They are so relaxed and so feeling comfortable. And already most Nigeria have already calculated we beat Equatorial Guinea, beat Guinea-Bissau. That is 6 points. Then probably draw with Cote d'Ivoire. But what is happening right now? Well, I don't know whether that kind of
and it's Chukwueze with the ball right there who plays it forward for Victor Osimhen, who takes that one. A low cross into the box, but was blocked right there. And it's going to be a throw-in to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Shagun, towards the end members of the game, especially after the substitution, is Nigeria really playing like a team that wants to win this game?
Well, I think fatigue has started coming into it for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And you have to look at the weather situation, and probably that is one thing.
And that was a terrible cross right there, straight to Owono, the Equatorial Guinean goalkeeper right there, who has had a fantastic game so far. Though, as far as I'm concerned, I think the Super Eagles finishers have not really done a great job in front of goal. So that was a straight header to Ademola Lookman, who tries to find Osimhen in the build-up, but I think the referee has spotted an offside.
Was coming from the offside position there.
Yeah, so
if only Nigeria is going to win this game, Ademola Lookman has actually been one of the very most impressive player in this encounter. He has been full of running for 90 minutes, and you can see the passion and the passion in him for this victory. He has been doing everything in his capacity to see if the Super Eagles can just push one last attack against the Equatorial Guineas. There's still some minutes to go. We can't really write off the Super Eagles from getting a victory in this game.
Yeah, we can't write off the Super Eagles. Neither can we write off the Equatorial Guineans. Right, the 88th minute of that encounter is Semi Ajayi trying to push the attack. And let's see, what can he do? Can he do something spectacular? We can see the run of Calvin Bassey, who gets the ball right there, floats the cross into the box to find Osimhen, but it was headed out right there. And the follow-up by Iwobi became a loose ball also. And it's Nigeria back in possession of it via Chukwueze. Chukwueze tries to cut in and tries to run down the channel to find Osimhen, but the ball was cleared off Osimhen's foot. And it's game on in that encounter. Still no, it looks more like, hey, this game is heading for a 1-1 draw. So it's Equatorial Guinea who finds their goalkeeper who did the proper clearance in the 89th minute of this game. And after that clearance, you saw the player sat down. You know, the goal scorer right there. Honestly, it's been an impressive performance from Equatorial Guinea.
Yes, it has to be an impressive performance from Equatorial Guinea to keep the Super Eagles at bay in this encounter. And limiting the Super Eagles to just one goal against them in this game has been an impressive game from them. I'm really impressed with the kind of play they played against the Super Eagles. From taking that, Equatorial Guinea was assumed to be the weakest team in this Super Eagles group, and here we have Nigeria struggling to create some clear-cut chances of meaningful chances in this encounter. Really, really saddening to see where the Super Eagles playing this way.
It's really saddening to see the Super Eagles playing this way. You can see the 9-minute rush in the game between Everton and Aston Villa. That's a team playing as if they want to score in this second half. Now, you see, it's Everton back in possession of the ball with that good clearance. It looks more like, if it ends like this, Aston Villa will be dropping 2 valuable points right there. Joel Aribo, Alex Iwobi finds his teammate, sets it down for Calvin Bassey, And Calvin Bassey is that the one.
I can't remember. I can't remember the last time he played as a left back. I'm seeing him in this encounter now, and he's looking much rusty on that position. I think around this time we should be just looking at this game as game over.
And there will be 6 minutes additional time in this encounter. Let's see if the Super Eagles can take the win here, or will it be?
I would expect them to just waste. I would expect Equatorial Guinea to waste the 6 minutes. That's what I would expect from them.
Yeah, and you might.
It's a valuable 1 point. It's a valuable 1 point.
Really valuable, and that's it. Nigeria into the box, but the goalkeeper won't know right there takes that one and takes it easily. And I think that's another glorious chance that the Super Eagles has lost today.
And look at the passes. What's it called? Joe Aribo has been picking out for the Super Eagles in this game. Since coming in has really been a great one for him. I just hope probably we'll be seeing start the next game for the Super Eagles against Ivory Coast, in which will actually be a must-win for the Super Eagles.
Yeah, it will be a must-win. That's if they want to continue in this competition and avoid playing the best loser. It would have just been the best to win this game and win it very well. And that was good defending by Calvin Bassey. And it's still game on. It's not out. And still game on in that encounter. And Calvin Bassey plays a long one forward. And Victor Osimhen to the control. Plays in Ademola Lookman, who looks running on the attack. And he finds Chukwueze. Tries to pass to Victor Osimhen.
Chukwueze should have gone himself. Was that Ademola Lookman?
That was Chukwueze.
That was Chukwueze.
It was Ademola Lookman.
That was Chukwueze right there. And that was a cross into the box.
He should have gone alone. He should have gone solo there. And even if you want to pass to Victor Osimhen, that pass should have
it was too obvious.
Almost immediately. Not waiting after touching about 2 to 3 touches.
Yeah, and it was too obvious. The players and Everton scored a goal.
It's offside.
And I think it's offside. VR will check that. So it's Chukwueze with the ball now approaching the final third.
He will never cross
that one. And he tries to cross, but it was blocked. And honestly, Equatorial Guinea going on the attack right now. Let's see what is going on here. And it's going to be a substitution from it's going to be a substitution from Equatorial Guinea. The goal scorer has been withdrawn right there for the David Friday. Your comment here is not the best. If you are a civil and civil person or someone who has his brains on, actually, you should be wiser than what you just said right there, because there are rights to showing matches, and you should be careful for the words you use on shows like this. Thank you. We appreciate your comment, but at least be more civil with it next time. So it's game on in that encounter. 4th minute of additional time in the game between Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea, and it looks more like it's going to be a throw-in to Equatorial Guinea in that encounter. So it's thrown to Equatorial Guinea. Let's see what is going to happen right there. So that's a corner kick, not a throw-in. And let's see if Equatorial Guinea can do something. They place it into the box, and it was headed out by the Super Eagles. The follow-up shot was blocked, and Nwabali gets a hold of that one and tries to run out, but I don't think there was anybody who could give that ball to Sheba.
Yeah, we're getting to the end of the game already, and I think we should be setting our mind for a 1-1 full-time draw. Really a bad game from the Super Eagles. Not what I really expected from the Super Eagles coming into this game. I was even expecting a big victory for us in the opening match, looking at the expectations of Nigerians coming into this game. And unfortunately, we have to just settle down for we have to settle.
When you
for
talk
a
about
full-time job.
expectations of Nigerians, as far as I'm concerned, many Nigerians were not expecting something.
Oh, you can go on social media. You can see Nigerians having lots of big expectations on the Super Eagles coming into the opening game against Equatorial Guinea. That was the expectations. Everybody came into this game, happy and anxious that they want to see the Super Eagles.
Equatorial Guinea going on the attack right there via the number 14, but was dispossessed right there by the Nigerian player right there. And Nwabali kept it in play. And let's see, you can see Pesero shouting at the sideline, knowing that this should be a 3-point. And Paul Nacho came in already in this game and trying to see, let's see if they can actually muster a good chance. Chukwueze right there trying to run with the ball, sets it forward for his teammate, Bright Osai. Bright Osai tries to turn back and face the opponent right there. And let's see what can he do with the ball. He finds his teammate Onyeka right there. And Onyeka still with the ball, trying to dance with the ball, dribble with the ball. And Joel Ibo gets that one, finds Shemi Ajayi. Shemi Ajayi sets it to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey crosses into the box. A long one for Victor Osimhen, but there was Chukwueze at the back who finds it. And that's another. And my goodness. That was a good chance missed by Super Eagles. Still Calvin Bassey in possession of the ball. Who finds Aribo? Aribo takes 2 touches, runs into the box. And hey, that was blocked off. And it looks like it's going to be a corner kick to the Super Eagles. I think 6 minutes of additional time has been used already in this game.
The game it looks like it's 6 minutes is up already, and by this time around we should start thinking of the next game for the Super Eagles, which is against the Ivory Coast, who are the host nation, and that is going to be a lot of pressure on the Super Eagles because they'll be needing them.
And that's a cross coming in, and the follow-up header, and the referee says it's the final whistle in that game. So it ended Nigeria 1, Equatorial Guinea 1. Your thoughts, Solomon?
Well, to me, Nigeria did not. I was expecting Nigeria to win this match, comfortably, but not too comfortably. But I expected a fight from them. But I expected them to win this match. But to my greatest surprise, it's a draw. I want to salute the courage of the Equatorial Guineans for putting up this kind of fight against the Super Eagles. I think the Super Eagles is still a job in process. They are still working as a team, in process. But I wonder how long it's going to take Pesero. Well, a lot of Nigeria will be disappointed, given the fact if we talk about history, Nigeria is one of the big teams in Africa. And in those days, Equatorial Guinea cannot bring this kind of fight to Nigeria. But football have actually changed. And that is why it's like there's no underdog any longer. But this is a good one, but disappointed for me with the results.
As far as I'm concerned, there are still underdogs in football.
That is your opinion. And great game of football from the Super Eagles, great game of football from Equatorial Guinea. And that is the beauty of African football. When you have small teams who can, match up that challenge against the big teams. And, playing 1-1 against the Super Eagles is actually a big result for Equatorial Guinea, and can even spur them on in going into the competition proper. Their next game is against Guinea-Bissau. They can get lot of motivation from this draw to go all out against Guinea-Bissau and get that victory over Guinea-Bissau, and also go into the last game against Ivory Coast and cause damage against Ivory Coast. Great game of football. This is the beauty of African football. You can't look at a team and say, "Oh, they are actually a small team." That is the beauty of it all.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Shagun right there, his opinion actually that there are no small teams. But in my own opinion, there are still small teams and even minnows in football that actually get the result when the so-called big teams are fast, are asleep and not doing what they should be doing actually. So, the game between Everton and Aston Villa, 5 minutes of additional time, still 0-0. And thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
And my name is Afolayan Adeyemi. We'll be back for the game between Egypt and Mozambique, and also the game between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur at the Theatre of Dreams that is fast becoming the Theatre of Lamentation. Stay with us. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back in a few minutes from now. Don't go nowhere.